Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night. Did the Curtis and Portia confrontation scene live up to the hype? Now, for me, in a lot of ways, I'm going to say no. I felt like it lacked emotion. I felt like it lacked a certain level of emotion. I felt like, how do I sit there and put it? There deserved to be a lot more yelling, a lot more shouting, a lot more tears. You just missed out on possibly your daughter's life for about 18, 19 something years. And he comes across as super logical. And don't get me wrong, I'm, I'm not knocking the logic, but where's the emotion? You know? Where's that at? And I have a couple of theories about why that stuff didn't happen. But I want to know from you. I want to know what you think. What's good? Good evening, Laura. What's good, Blackmon? How you doing, De Havlin? Big Nate is in the chat. What's good? Happy Friday to you as well. Hope everyone is doing good. Um, I don't know. I just felt like it lacked a lot of emotion. Don't get me wrong. I felt like today's episode was good. I felt like the confrontation was good for like maybe 2023. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe they didn't want to sit there and show a man yelling at a woman, raising his voice. Because to be honest, if I found out 19 something years of I could have had possibly with my daughter or whatever, I would have been yelling. I would have been really angry. I would have been much more angrier than the way he was acting like. Laura says, I thought he would be. Exactly. And he was. It was lacking. It was definitely lacking. Lacking. Definitely lacking. Jessica says, yeah, I was disappointed. I thought both Tag and Curtis would be angry. Yeah, they seem like they just took it so calm. Like, I mean, not calm, but more calm than it could have been. You know, and when you look at it from Tiger's point, and thank you, Jessica. Look at it from Tiger's point. I'm just like, yeah, he's blaming himself. He's blaming himself. Um, he was just like, well, it takes two to sit there and mess up a relationship, and I want to sit there and make it work for you. Let me get this straight. She just told you that another man practically was blowing out her back that whole time, and you're just like, well, I'm just gonna sit there and try to make it work. Do. What's wrong with you? Like, Monique says, I was expecting Curtis really go off on her. I was hoping it would be like when Lucky confronted Liz. Yeah, a lot of emotion, a lot of anger, a lot of passion. Laura says, I appreciate the fact that Tiger say, yeah, yeah. I mean, that was never gonna change, but everything else is just like, bro, you lacking. Like, I don't know if you're lacking testosterone or something like that. I don't know what's going on with you, bro, but you need to get some injections or something because this ain't working, bro. This is not. Nah, bro. You don't let this chick cheat on you, and you just decide to go right back to her, and then she just told you that your daughter may not even be your daughter, and that's the type of nah. What world? You know what? What's good, cat lady? Yeah, Valerie. It was definitely no. It was lacking testosterone. Okay, let's just be honest. It was a huge lack in testosterone. What's good, Makai? Thank you for joining. Huge level of testosterone. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, the way that Curtis and Taggart handled it, I can tell you as far as the male species. That's not how we're gonna act. That's not how we're gonna handle that. We ain't gonna handle that at all. Like at all. Whatever level that he was given, I guarantee you that's not what we doing. I'm just I'm just saying. Nikisha, I enjoyed yesterday's episode more than today. Oh, okay. Um, what makes you say that, Nikisha? I'm very curious. I mean, I enjoyed both episodes. It's just it was things that was lacking. Jessica said the whole wedding was a letdown. Jessica, are you surprised? I'm, I, I can only speak facts. Valerie, someone says, Albert, yeah. Albert, did you hear that Mama Johnson is coming back to YNR 50? That's interesting. I mean, well, I don't know who that is. Um, but it'd be interesting to see another character, though. Hopefully that they're good and not Lucy or, well, Lucy's fine, I guess. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I was kind of losing patience with Lucy until I realized how bad it was. With Heather, mouthful. With Heather, I was like, sis, you can leave. You can just go. You want to sit there and wait in this man's hotel room just to sit there and tell him, oh, by the way, I'm seeing someone and you should be pretty much happy for me. And if you really think about it, this is what you would want from me. But I just want to see how you were doing. You couldn't have called or texted. You couldn't have called and found out how he was doing. You really need to come back and wait in his room and then sit there and say, oh, well, I told the clerk that, I was your wife. Cat Lady says, haven't seen Martin and Lucy since they were back. Well, Cat Lady, you know what they doing. You know what Martin and Lucy are doing. Okay, they gotta make up for lost time. You know what I'm talking about? How they gotta make up for lost time. Someone says it's pronounced Mamie. Oh, okay. Was the Abbott former maid and nanny who fell in love with Jack's father, John. Oh, okay. Mamie. Okay. Um, that's cool that they're bringing back some vets for the 50th anniversary. Because says I forgot that Curtis asked Portia about being yeah, and she straight up lied to his face, like a POS, like the POS that she is. Kelly says, "Too bad Lucy can't get pregnant." Who said that she? Wait, Cat lady, why can't she not get pregnant? And what's good, Anna? Anna says, "Hello, Albert. Brutal day. So glad to check in." Oh, well, at least it's Friday. CW's in the chat. What's good, CW? Laura says, "I enjoyed the Ryan storyline more than Trina said." Yeah, there was. I mean, it was definitely lacking. All in all, it was definitely lacking. I wouldn't sit there and say it was the worst. She a cat lady. Like when has that ever actually stopped anyone before? When has that ever stopped anyone before? Let's be honest. Um, sure, Valerie. Sure, Valerie said Ludi. Sure, that's never stopped him before. I'm just saying. Jessica says, why didn't Ryan just take Ava and go? Oh, I don't get why he called Mac. Because he's a sociopath. Let's be honest. Jessica, he didn't actually kill Mac. And again, it's no fun when you can't sit there and see the light drain in their eyes. So what the hell? Um, that's probably why he did it. But to be fair, Jessica, you do have a point. He practically alerted. Hmm. In some ways, he kind of just he's a sociopath. I think that's what it comes down to. Caroline Spencer's in the chat. Victoria is in the chat. Mesa, do you think that Tiger knew all along? I don't like his reaction. He had a right to be upset. He did, right? And yeah, the fact that Tiger was like, when Trina was like, "Did you ever suspect that I could not? That there was a possibility I couldn't be your daughter?" And he said no. And I'm like, "You're a detective, right? What's good, Gloria? Oh, I'm doing great, Caroline. How you doing?" And I'm just like, "You're a detective, so you telling me that you didn't even think for a hot minute that there's a possibility that you couldn't be that you may not be Trina's daughter. I mean, you may not be Trina's father, and you're a detective, right? You're a detective. Oh yeah, to sit there and say it was too calm, Anna, is an understatement. What's good, Gloria? And how are you doing, Gloria? How are you doing tonight, Gwen? Gwen, whenever you're in the chat, I appreciate you. So thank you for joining. Makai says, I wonder who thought Tucker company. I wonder who bought Tucker's company before the Newmans cut. Wait a minute. Oh, Makai, did you watch Monday's episode? Laura says, I think on Portia's, it was said she could not have children naturally, though I couldn't remember exactly why. That is why Lucy. Oh, okay. All right. All right, well, that makes sense. What's good, Makai? Thank you for joining. Makai said, what's good, Monique? Thank you for joining. Monique says, have a feeling Ashley or Tucker's dad. Victoria, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the Super Squad, the Super Supporter Squad. Thank you for joining. He says, I was wondering where Trina and Spencer will go for a dorm. Yeah, Nikisha, she did sit there and say that she wanted to not think about it. Caroline said, Heather Weber is Jason's Morgan Roman. That's a good question. I have no idea. I only started watching it in 2000. Thank you for joining, Victoria. Thank you. Thank you. We have a lot of fun. Ask any one of the members in here. We have a lot of fun during our exclusive live stream. So thank you for joining. Oh my God, you made my night. I mean, this made my night in general, but thank you, Victoria. Sonia is in the chat. How have you been, Sonia? It's been a minute. And it says, well, everyone knew the bar except for the PI and the detective. And a plot over common sense logic. Thank you for joining, Victoria. Thank you. How have you been, Sonia? It's been a minute. It's good to see you again. Eagle Fang is in the chat. CW says, I wasn't really here for Thomas' attitude today. He and Hope and Liam and their self-pity tour continues. Yeah, CW, I'm not going to lie. The Hope was whining like there was no tomorrow. Tamara was good. Tamara says, I'm watching GH right now. Let me guess, you're watching it on Hulu, right? What's good, Eagle Fang? I was thinking that if Austin ends up being hooked and killed, this might be the best. Eagle Fang, as I was watching the episode and seeing him possibly get killed off, I thought about you. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna make Eagle Fang kind of happy. Laura says no. Jason's mom is Susan Moore. Okay. Gwen says I'm fine. I didn't see all of GH yet. We'll watch. Gwen, let me ask you a question. Did you watch it on YouTube? Did you watch it on YouTube, Gwen? Sean is in the chat. Caroline says, okay, well, it's good to have you here. Victoria says, you're welcome. I'm excited. You are really creating a community. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you. We are doing it together. Seriously, when I always sit there, when I do these, oh, Tammy, you recorded it. Okay. When I do these live streams, what makes them so fun is everyone here. Everyone here. Oh, okay, Sonia. Okay. Well, it's always really great to have you. Shauna says I'm done with both. Well, I don't blame you. But yeah, whenever I do these live streams, what makes them so fun is everyone here. Everyone here is what makes them so fun. So thank you, everyone, and thank you, Valerie. Gwen says no. Okay. Oh, Gwen, you watched some on YouTube, but I got Hulu. Okay. Shauna says Ryan can have Ava leave Felicia. Cat Lady says Austin can't die that easy. And it says we'll watch GH tonight before bed on Hulu. Okay. Cat Lady says still haven't seen his boys to deal. We still have his boss to deal with. That's very true. Okay, well, unless they actually make Unless they make Mason like more front and center. Now, Shauna says, I think Tag is suspected. I would love to sit there and think that too, but I don't think he has it in him. He didn't have it in him to sit there and be upset. Gwen says it doesn't start. Oh, okay, to 8 o'clock. And Gwen, that's sometimes it may not start till like 8:10, 8:15, 8:30. Because I've watched it on Hulu before. CW says when you think about it, Frank. Was good, Karen? Solomon says, Albert, did you know that Billy has a gay brother on YNR? No, I did not. Solomon who? Was he Solomon, was he on the Lauren Fenmore episode? Did he come on recently, Solomon? Okay, says we're ready for Sabrina to have their first kiss and together, Josh and Cam. Yeah, my guy's supposed to. I'm assuming this is gonna happen sometime next week. Exactly, Eagle Fang. I was sitting there saying this before you got started. I was like, he was definitely lacking a lot of testosterone, and I felt like maybe that had a lot to do with maybe it's 2023. They don't want to sit there and see a woman, a man yell at a woman, even though this is definitely warranted. And yes, Curtis did not have that same energy that he had for Jordan. But are we really surprised, though? Are we really surprised? Seriously, I want to ask everyone that question. Is anyone actually surprised by that? Oh, wait. Hmm. See, when I opened up the bottle I opened up my wine bottle, um, I couldn't get the cork out. So it still has a bit of that wet stuff in it, which sucks. But yeah, I was not gonna sit there and let a bottle of wine go to waste. I just have to get a wine opener. That is a very good whole question, cat lady, that I will be asking. Sonia says, I hope Curtis let Portia have it. Doubt about today's episode? Definitely not. No, not even close. Um, Shauna says Daniel's so rude to his mom. That's why Lucy's rude to him. She sees called her. Oh, Lucy calls her Grandma Phyllis. The thing. Well, let me ask you a question, Shauna. Before I even ask you that, Shauna, are you a Phyllis fan? Are you a Phyllis fan? That's the first thing I want to know if you're a Phyllis fan. Because Phyllis has these tendencies that I would expect in like somebody that's like 16 or under. You know, she walked over there, and it's almost like she expected a pat on the back for interfering in Daniel's life, when he didn't ask. He didn't ask for that. You know, Eagle Fang says, "Don't attack me." Comment section, but crime has spiked 200% since Laura has been mayor. She might be the worst politician when it comes to crime when it's her election coming up. Eagle Fang has a point. Now, Shauna says Curtis didn't have the same energy. All right, let's. You liked her, okay? All right, so let's ask. Well, that's the first basic question before we even get into that. Uh, was General Hospital good today? That is the first question that I want to sit there and ask everyone. Bradley says Curtis should have dragged Portia. Yeah, definitely should have been dragging her. So Eagle Fang, he says, I vote yes. Jessica says Laura is a terrible mayor for sure. Gwen says Trina's not dead. What's good, Kyrie? Thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure to see you in the chat. What are your thoughts on did you watch B&B today? Also, it's 36 people in the chat, 15 likes. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. It really does help. You notice this week we've been getting some new faces, and I really do think it's because people are hitting the like button and it's suggesting to new people, um, to coming in on the chat, coming on the chat. So, Solomon says, can anyone guess the approximate ages of the Weinar characters? Oof, I definitely couldn't. What's good, Ron? So I'm gonna sit there and get this question first. We got 26 people that voted. We got 35 people in the chat. Sam, what are your thoughts? We got 88% so far. People saying that they did like it. 12% people said that they did not like the episode. Pretty much, it wasn't good. Somewhat trash. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you. Yeah, I did actually see the like before I saw even anyone in the chat. So thank you, Sonia. Thank you so much. Carrie says hope is average at best. Ron says Megan Fang says I've been watching B&B for about 2 or 3 weeks. Hope is very wide. Yes, she is. Ron says Albert. Well, Ron, who's gonna be having a baby though? Barry says I like yesterday's episode better, but Ryan has made been making it good. Victoria, even Nikisha said the same thing. Literally, when she first came in at like 10 minutes or whatever, she said the same thing. Cat Lady says, "Yeah, Albert, I see your numbers growing. Thank you. Yeah, no, we're getting a lot of good people. We're getting a lot of good people in Cat Lady. We just got Victoria. Um, she joined the members, the super supporters. So, Cat Lady, we have a lot of fun in our exclusive chats as well. So, Jessica says the only entertaining thing about Ryan. Yeah, but I will say this much though. Um, it did leave us off on a cliffhanger. Um, and it felt like in a lot of ways like it gave that classic soap vibe, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved that so much. Dolly's in the chat. What's good, Dolly? Thank you for joining. Ron says, Albert, how will Nikki feel about her daughter and Nate getting involved, mixing business with pleasure? Well, she's not going to be happy, Ron. I mean, Victor's not going to be happy. Um, they still didn't talk about the kiss. I love how every time they meet up, they talk about everything else except for the fact that they start kissing. And of course, Elena, I'm not. Here's the thing. Now Elena's starting to get on my nerves. Talking about, oh well, you can't sit there and take any time off, sweetheart. He just started this job. He just started this job, and then she walks upstairs. I'm like, you know what? Granted, I'm not condoning cheating, but I'm like, well, if he leaves you, this is on you. I'm gonna tell you. Well, okay, this is really on him, but you ain't helping the situation. I'll tell you that much. Um, Gwen says, if I was Jordan when Curtis tried to come for me, when he finds out that I suspected that he might be Curtis' daughter, I would drag Curtis from G's to Days of Our Lives, to YNR, B&B, and back. I love that answer, Gwen. I love that statement. Carolyn says, how many times when they cheat on her to leave him? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what. But I'm like, I'm gonna sit there and tell you right now, Caroline, Elena ain't being a good girlfriend either. That's what, that's for sure. Shauna says now when Heather gets the hook from. Now, yeah, where did she get the hook from? I mean, they were driving the car, so they could just, that's a really good question. I was trying to find some logic in that. It was like, yeah, I got nothing. Eagle Fan says if Curtis yells at Jordan after all that, I hope the hook gets him. I'm being serious. Oh, trust me, Eagle Fan, I know. Ryan says after, okay. Ryan says, and how could Elena or even Victoria condone? Funny, you asked me that same question. Yes, you said that same statement yesterday, Ron. Um, but again, Ron, Elena's one thing. Victoria's something else. Victoria kissed Nate first. So it's not really a question of how could she condone that. I mean, she's actively participating in that. Simon says Diane could be a 1958 baby, just a wild guess. Hmm. Well, there's always Wikipedia. Just saying. One Nick says last time I saw Lucy on YNR when she was a baby and Billy bought her off the black market. Bought her off the black market to give it. Oh wow, that is crazy, Monique. Wow, Monique. When was that storyline? Monique, when was that storyline? I want to know when was that storyline. Shauna says I know Austin was the hook, and he's well. Shauna. The same thing could have been said with Brando. Okay. All right. So I think I'm gonna sit there and end that poll. Um, 83% said GH was good today, and 16% said no, it was not. Very, very, very interesting. I have another better question. I have another better random question. Now, Monique says, I believe there was in the late 2000s. Okay. Because, I actually tell you the truth, Monique, I feel like they would tell such a saucy storyline back then. I don't feel like they would do that now. Now this is for the days fans. Was good, hippie. Thank you for joining. I'm very curious about everyone's answer. And granted, this is for people that watch Days of Our Lives. And Akeisha had a comment and then deleted it. Hippie says they should thank Jordan. I don't know about the well. No, but why should they thank Jordan? I mean, Jordan suspected, and yet she didn't say anything other. So in a lot of ways, she's kind of guilty by association. When you really stop and think about it, which reminds me, that's going to be my next question. But I want to ask a question about Days Down. Because I've been trying to get a lot of people in Days to, you know, join the live streams as well. Everyone says, yes, I know that Victoria kissed Nate first, but how could these two women continue condoning his behavior that I'm surprised he would go back to Elena? Well, I mean, Ron, in the first sentence, you did kind of answer your own question. Because, again, Victoria kissed Nate. So it's not really so much. The question really shouldn't be as um, why should Victoria condone that? Because she's actively participating in it. But why would Elena take him back though? That's really the question. Eagle fan says Portia is going to turn into Nina. Oh, I hope not. Shauna says Bill's gonna go to Finn next week about giving Sheila a chance. Oh wow. Oh man, Shauna, I can't. I want to sit there and see how that conversation is gonna go. Now, Nikki said the only thing Jordan is guilty of is having Ryan's kidney, but she was unconscious with that story. Yeah, but the thing is though, Nikisha, she did know about, she didn't know, well, she suspected that, and she didn't say anything to Curtis for a while. That's what I mean by guilty by association, sort of. But it reminds me though, I do have another question to ask. Now, Monique says didn't watch all days voted, but may change minds to yes when I watch it fully. Okay. Gwen says haven't seen any soap opera say so far. Okay. Simon says, well, Gwen, what soap operas do you watch though? Simon says, I'm guessing Abby was born. Okay. If he says I can see it happening. Hendrix. What is good, Hendrix? And what's good, Crystal? Thank you for joining. Hendrix says, good night, everyone. I would like to know who is Valentine's mother on GH. Helena Cassadine, right? Let me know in the chat if Helena Cassadine is Valentine's mother. I had it. Nikki, I had a feeling you was gonna say something like that. Kelly says, "Can Portia get pregnant?" She didn't throw it off the She didn't throw it off the table. Shauna says Bill would use that black. Oh wow, okay. Bill is just sinking low and low and low. Okay. And Nikki said Jordan doesn't owe Curtis the truth. That after how he treated her, Jordan should. Nikisha, you always seem to just exactly, Valerie. You know Nikisha at this point. Nikisha's comments are legendary. Krista says once the shock wears off, Trina likely will be grateful for the opportunity to have. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, she's not going to replace. Obviously, she's not going to replace Taggart, like as far as fatherly figures. But yeah, Kelly says I gave Days a no for today, but just barely. It has some decent parts, but I needed more. Okay. Well, Daily, what I mean, Dolly, what stuff did you need it more of? Kyrie says watch Portia probably going to switch the DNA test. You know, I should tell you the truth, Kyrie, so I wouldn't be surprised at this point. She does seem like she's very trifling. Sonia says yes. So you watch what soap operas do you watch? Because I know that you watch GH, right? But what other soap operas do you watch? Hippie says in March they will have an episode dedicated to Epiphany. Yeah, exactly, Hippie. And a lot of people didn't understand, and they just thought that that 40-second clip of Epiphany was their way of honoring her. And people got really angry and like upset. And I was like, no, 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 no. Like, no, that's not the case at all. Shauna says, true Jordan owes Curtis anything. Damn. Okay. That's the thing I said in the chat next, but I'm gonna end this one. 11 votes so far. Maybe there's not a lot of people that watch these. So I'm gonna ask another one now. I am not trying to spell it wrong. Should should Jordan have told Curtis what she knew about Trina? So yes, that is the question now. Dolly says I may just not happen into the Orpheus stuff on days. Orpheus is just a great value version. Oh, a step note to me. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean that's true, Dolly. I gotta sit there and look at it that way. Well, from your perspective, because you've been watching the show way longer than me. So but yeah. Should Jordan had told Curtis what she knew about Trina? Let me know. And wow, okay, well, let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what y'all think, Chad. Yeah, Laura. In the show, she's still alive. Unless they're going to do something about her in March when they do the when they do when they do the tribute episode. But before then, they did say she was alive. She was alive. Nikisha, of course, Nikisha voted no. Jessica says, if I was Jordan, I wouldn't mind my business and let him suffer. Damn. Sonia says Curtis would have ripped into Jordan. And that's gonna be my follow-up question now. So yeah, if vote, let me know. I have another question about that too. It's like a two-part question. Now Krista says Epiphany is alive for now, yeah. Until March. Then we'll see. Someone says been much okay. Dolly says non Jordan should be solving actual quantum on her business. That Dolly, that's exactly what DC would say too. One says Curtis better have several seats. Anna says Curtis will think she should told him the truth, but in reality it wasn't her place. Wow. Yeah, definitely vote. Definitely vote. Kyrie says if he tries to come at her, oh, she finally curses him out. Let's see. How many people voted so far? We got 22 people in the chat. 22 people that voted so far. So I'm gonna keep it up for a little bit longer. Now Hendrik says, so was Elena more dangerous than Victor? Yes, yes. Okay, you can. Oh yeah, no, Hendrix, I can tell you, yeah, exactly, Anna, exactly. And Hendrix, I haven't even been watching the show that long, and I can already tell you that she was way more dangerous. Yeah, way, 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 way more dangerous. Glassine. Is that how you pronounce your name, Hendrix? Glassine? Let me know if I actually got your name right, Glassine. What's good, Daisy Flower? Thank you for joining. And Monique says, I voted yes because despite what Curtis did, he had a right to know that Trina could be his daughter. Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and say yes. But yeah, Hendrix, let me know if I actually pronounced your name right as far as Glassine is concerned. Ron says Albert, Elena, and Victoria should share Nate around Victoria for 3 days. Ron, in a perfect world, I'm pretty sure he would be happy with that. I mean, to be fair, I don't know a lot of men that wouldn't be happy with that. Oh, yeah, no, Glassine, I use my phone. I use my phone. I always like to sit there and try to pronounce people's names right, and it usually takes me a while to do that. Um, so yeah, I usually have my phone, and I'm just like, because here's the thing, Glassine, you can ask anybody in the chat. I'm very bad with names, really bad with names. Um, now Kyrie says Jordan better not take Curtis back. Curtis should go with Miss Wu. He needs a woman like her that will put him in his place. Hmm. Curtis and Miss Wu. Would anyone actually be interested in that? All right, I'm gonna leave it up for like another 4 minutes, and then I'll take it down. That's a good question. I want to ask Kyrie about that. So thank you for giving me that idea. No, I haven't, Dolly. I'm gonna watch it before I go to bed tonight. I'm gonna watch it before I go to bed tonight. Yeah, no, yeah. Thank you, Glassing. Thank you. That's a very interesting name. I've never seen that before. Oh, what's good, Chase? Okay, this is somebody else who I want to sit there and try to get their name right. Now, off the bat, is it Trigenta? Is it Trigenta? What's good? Uh,
Trigeminal.
Like saying neo trigenta without the neo. Saying neo trigenta. Yeah, that's like the beauty line. Jesus Christ. Okay. Have a good night, Sonia. Thank you for joining. Yeah, the whole, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Trigena. Is that how it is? Trigena? A Trigena? I'm gonna get your name. Okay. I'm gonna get your name right. I think it's Trigena. But have a good night, Sonia. It was really great to see you in the chat. Was good. Cheyenne. Cheyenne, I saw your video. Um, the one you were talking about YouTube and favoritism and stuff like that. What inspired you to make that video, Cheyenne? Trigena? No, it's Trigena. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get your name right. You're gonna get you. Wow. Oh, Trey Jenna. Yeah, Trey Jenna, right? Trey Jenna. I think that's how you pronounce it, Trey Jenna. Dolly says, "Wait, was Tiger surprised that Trina might not?" Yeah, he was. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, he was like, I thought that he didn't even suspect it, Dolly. He didn't even suspect it. I was like, how do you not sit there and suspect it? Wow. Anytime. Nope. Say it again. Jesus Christ. That actually probably made it worse. Now, Cheyenne said inspired me to speak about how the algorithm favored bigger channels over small channels. Thoughts on James Earl Jones, actor. Okay. But Cheyenne, I mean, YouTube is a popularity contest, you know? And in some ways, and I hate to say this, but if you work hard enough, um, why shouldn't you be like if I work harder than somebody else and my numbers are higher than theirs, then why shouldn't I be more favored? Why should I not be more favored in the algorithm than somebody who isn't doing the same amount of work? If that makes any sense. Now Gwen says Tiger was doing his own thing. Don't think he was on those. Joy is in the chat. What's good, Joy? Some people don't do hard work. Now Nikki says some people don't work hard. Some people and Nikki says some people don't work hard. Some people but views. So okay. Buy views. That's yeah, okay. That's definitely different. Okay. You have a point. You have a point, Nikisha. Trey Jenna. It's just spelled that way. Okay, Trey Jenna. It's all good. Yeah, let me know if I actually said your name right this time. That's true. That's true, Nikisha. But I mean, the vast majority of people don't buy views, though. Like, I guess I see where he's coming from to some extent, you know. But like, if I work harder than somebody else to get my views higher, then I should be rewarded more than somebody else. Dated father says I watch a lot of family channels on YouTube. Okay, I'm glad you're here, Joe. George Jensen. China says monetization has changed. Dwayne Johnson could have opened a channel, had million subscribers within a second. Okay, I don't. Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that question. But I was just very curious about your video, Cheyenne, because I watched a little bit. I'm gonna finish watching it tonight. Hippie says, "Did you know that mischievous grin say wow?" Hmm. Well, I think he was thinking somebody was going to get done. Somebody wasn't going to make it. Carrie says the writer should call. Exactly. Carrie, I'm pretty sure I actually said that in my review. I did say it in my review. And Ron says, thank God. Yeah, honestly, tell you the truth, Ron, it's one of those things where it's like, let's not even bother to go over that, you know? Um, but I will sit there and say this, Ron. It's going to happen sooner or later, you know? The channel's growing, and that's just what's going to end up happening, unfortunately. So I just have to deal with it accordingly. Monique says the one thing my grandmother said: "No, anybody can be a dad, but it takes a man to be a father." That is what Taggart was, Katrina. Yeah, that is. I could not have said it better myself, Monique. This is why when people always talk about Thomas is Douglas' father, Thomas should be with Douglas. I mean, Douglas should be with Thomas because Thomas is his father. I'm just like, yeah, they may share DNA, but that doesn't make him a dad. That doesn't make him a father. Like, you know, okay, that didn't really make a lot of sense. But just because you can, he's not a good father. Let's put it that way. So, but people always sit there and say, "Oh, well, Thomas is blood, and Thomas is blood." Like that doesn't, Now Nikisha said, "I feel awful for Nikisha. I mean, Lanikia, she worked so hard and still had to start over." Yeah, that does suck. That 100%. I agree with that. That 100% sucks. Um, and in the case, it had a lot to do with somebody that was being really spiteful. Um, I will say this though, Nikisha, she did get her channel back. Um, as fast it sounds like an A. The try and Trigina. Trigina sounds like a tree. When saying it fast, it sounds like an A. Like Trey. Okay, so it's Trigina. That's what I was saying, right? That's why I used to call you. That's why I usually call you Chase because I couldn't pronounce it. But it's Trigina, though, right? Because you said like the makeup, and I'm just not there thinking like the makeup. I think it's Trigina. Now I could be wrong. Hippie says, I rather think Ava will frame Ryan for the killing. Say Tree, then Gina. Oh, Tree Jenna. No, Tree Gina. Oh, Trina. I mean, Tree Gina. It's either Tree Gina or Tree. Oh, Tree Gina. Thank you. Thank you. Marshall is in the chat. Tree Gina. Wow. I'm very happy I was able to pronounce your name. I don't know about this cake right now. Tasting kind of dry. Hmm. It is a pretty name, Regina. I was gonna sit there and say this much though. I was gonna get your name. Okay, I was gonna get your name. If it took me all weekend, I was going to get your name. It is a nice name. Do a lot of people mispronounce that name though? Was good Mel? Mel. It's been a hot minute. Catley says, "Look at you, Albert, learning names." Yes, of course, of course, of course. Listen, anyone that comes to my chat, I find them very important, and it may take me a while to learn your name because I'm bad with names, but I will try like there's no tomorrow. Now, Curry says he does love Douglas. Thomas just needs mental health. That's true. It's just when people always sit there and say, well, Hope is not his real mother. Hope is not his real mother. It's like just because he's not blood doesn't mean that doesn't make you any less real. And Monique says sometimes you got to get knocked down a few times before you're able to stand back up and fight and not take it. Shauna says Tom made mistakes, but who hasn't? He is Douglas' dad, not Liam. Before all this, he wanted his dad, Douglas, will forever forgive his dad if that wasn't trashing him. That's why he left too much pressure for a kid. I know, Hippie. I know. Hippie, remember when we first started off and you were in the chat for a hot minute? And I think we had like maybe 14, 20 people more or less. Um, but that's why I was just saying, Hippie, that the channel's growing. And when the channel does grow, sometimes we do get a lot of bad apples in there. Um, it's unfortunate, but it is. Yep. Thank you, Gwen. Yes, hit the like button. It really does help out. Because we're clearly growing every single day. Um, it really does help. We're getting way more new people. Trigina is in the chat. I really do like that name. Now I can actually say the name, which is a beautiful name. But Trigina, do a lot of people actually mispronounce your name though? Yeah, but hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. It really does help. Now, Kyrie says Hope is not his mother. She only got the position through manipulation first from Thomas, then from Hope. Steffi should have Douglas from the beginning. Okay. Well, Kyrie, I can only speak from my experience. You've been watching the show way longer than me. So, on some level, you might be right. Um, I guess we just have to agree to disagree on that. Yes, as well as my first name. So, I just go by nicknames. Well, here's the thing, Trigina. I am sorry that I mispronounced your name for so long, and I'm glad that you did have a lot of patience to just deal with, me not pronouncing your name right. So thank you. Um, yeah, thank you for being in the chat, Trigina. Mel says I was letting you know that Faith Newman is coming back, but there's a catch. Faith is coming. Isn't Faith Nick's daughter? Mel, isn't Faith Nick's daughter? I mean, that's cool, but you said there's a catch. What's the catch, though? Thank you, Dolly. Thank you. Dolly, you are a rock star. Oh my God. Thank you. Yes. I gotta figure out, yeah, so Dolly just gifted a membership. Um, so if you do want to join, yeah, hit the join button. Hit the join button. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. The fact that Dolly just gifted the membership, that tells you something right there. So thank you, Dolly. Cheyenne says shorter guys have better chances against taller guys. I don't. I don't understand how you're seeing it that way. I think I'm gonna end this poll. Yeah, I mean that sucks, Nikisha. I wish you could see the joint, but you know what? I'm gonna try something real quick, and I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it real quick. Just bear with me. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Nikisha. Thank you, and thank you, Dolly. Thank you so much, Dolly. You are. Nikisha says yes. Wow. I love the iconic badge on you. It looks good on you. Thank you, Dolly. This is why I always sit there and say this is literally the best part of my day. You know, I mean, I always sit there and go back to the days where I used to sit there and record on my phone with low lighting and bad audio. Um, I'm gonna try something, Gwen. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna see if you could. Ugh, how do I do that? Just bear with me for 1 second. Often I'm trying to do something and then my phone starts acting super slow. Jakarius. Jesus Christ. Now Dolly says I learned about membership gifting from beyond the trailer stream. She has like 1,000 people per stream and people are gifting like 50 at a time. Wow. Okay. It's called Beyond the Trailer Stream. Okay. I'm gonna check that out. Thank you, Dolly. Now Hippie says I'm not sure updating will help, but it might. Dolly is one of my mini rock stars. So thank you, Dolly. Because there might be a way for me to sit there and put it in the chat. So I'm gonna try it now and see if it works. This is so annoying. Cheyenne says thoughts on Stacey Dash. Oof. I don't even. Hmm. I would have to think about that. I would really have to think about that. No, that's not what I was. Jesus Christ. I love it. 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 This is so stupid. So, see, see. No, you idiot. Dolly, no, okay. This is so annoying. I should have did this from the start. In all reality, I should have did this from the start, but like for some odd reason, um, no. Okay.
down to talk to my doctor about Rebelsis. Ask your healthcare provider about Rebelsis today.
Doesn't even let you. This is.
Good evening, it's Sally.
I'm literally pressing a button, and I just love when stuff is just not working. Now, Cheyenne says when Albert was in high school, he had a flip phone. I don't think I. No, actually, I didn't. I didn't have a phone in high school. I really didn't. Okay. Oh, wow. Thank you, Dolly. My God, you are really helping out. Thank you. I was going to sit there and try to put something in the. Dolly, you're awesome. I want you to know that you're awesome. Um, so I think I have a way of doing this. I don't know how well it's going to work. Oh, okay. Let's not do that. I was the kid from the ghetto. Oh, okay. I don't know where that's coming from, Cheyenne. All right. Now, what I'm going to sit there and do. Thank you, Dolly. You know, it's funny too, because like I always go to. No, I stay on this page. I'm always going to Starbucks in the mornings. Gwen, I don't know if you're in the chat, but if you are, um, hit the pin. I mean, hit the link in the pin in the pin comment and see if that will take you to the join button. Yeah, no, Cheyenne, I was not the kid from the ghetto. I don't know where that came from. Um, Shakira is in the chat. What's good, Shakira? I'm loving the new profile picture. But thank you, Dolly. Thank you. Yeah, so if you want to sit there and try out a free month in the on the membership YouTube thing, Dolly just gifted. So you can try it out, see if you like it. I got some exclusive videos. It's definitely a lot of fun. Thank you, Dolly, again. Thank you. Georgina says, "What is everyone doing this Friday night? I was going to take a ride out to the town, but I decided to have a margarita and watch the chat instead." Thank you, Georgina. Georgina, thank you. I got my wine right here. I've been drinking this like it's been juice, which is probably not a good idea. But it's all the way down here. And yeah, here's the little quart bottle that I couldn't get out. So, that was fun. Shauna says, what role model did Tom have? Rich? Dolly says, no problem. I legit enjoy the community you created. Thank you, Dolly. See, that, honestly, tell you the truth, that really does make, like, it makes me speechless, first of all, but it's just, it's really nice. It's really nice, you know? Because I just, you know what it is, Dolly and everyone? I just didn't expect to actually get to this point, you know, where I'm actually getting some money from YouTube and I'm getting more people in and we're having a good time. I just never expected that in reality. I think that's what it really came down to. So it's like, it's always shocking when I hear something like that, you know? So thank you, Dolly, and thank you everyone for just being here tonight. Hmm. I wonder what kind of wine I should get next Thursday. I wonder what kind of wine I should get next Thursday. Yeah, Trigina, I love wine. Curry says Thomas needs mental health. Rich needs a long. Kyrie's, I love it. Please, 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 please. Um, never, never get rid of that energy. Thank you, CW. Thank you so much. Thank you. Marcia says when you're doing something right, always expect unexpected. Sure. Gwen says it took me to your days of a live stream. No, but Gwen, did it actually have a join button though? That's the question. Did it actually have a join button there? Hippie says I want to join, but I'm saving for a roof. Well, yeah, no, that's yeah. That that's much more bigger. That's much more important. And it says always live the straight edge, sober life, never smoke drink. That's good. That's good, Cheyenne. Billy says I'm a big soap nerd and I don't always have people to kick it with and chat about my little hobby, so I appreciate coming here. Well, Dolly, I appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you being here. Yeah, Gwen, let me know if there's there's a join button because then you can just hit the join button and it should be there. Yeah, Cheyenne, sounds like a lot of fun. There's a free membership still floating out there, hippie. Yeah, hippie. What Dolly said, there's a free membership, so definitely hit the join button. If you see the join button, it should Dolly just gifted one. So yeah, maybe join, try it for a month and see if you like it. Deja Flash has also felt that Thomas could attack. Also felt that Thomas could attack Hope. Trigina says Portia always talking about my baby, this and that. Trina was not having. Yeah, she definitely was not having it. I think here's the thing. I think maybe the scene might have been a little bit more better if they did the crying scene right. Because it wasn't. Here's the thing. It wasn't terrible, and you can tell in today's episode, it's like they just like splashed some water on her face. Like, all right, she's crying, guys. It's good. You know. Um, but I didn't think it was actually that bad though. But yes, there's a free membership out there. So definitely hit that. It should take you to the join button. The pin comment, the comments it's in the pin comment, so definitely hit that up. Cheyenne, how many siblings do you have besides your sister, or is it just you and your sister? Now, see, for me, I'm an only child, and I've always grown up being happy about being an only child. But I guess it's easy for me to sit there and think that way, you know. Now, Mel says it hurts my feelings that I'm not one of your favorites out there with new people. Mel, you're always gonna be one of my favorites. What are you talking about? You know how hard, how long um it took me to sit there and get your name and everything like that. Now, now you are one of my favorites. Stop it. Actually, tell you the truth, Mel, it took you a while to get here, so I was sitting there wondering what was going on with you. Um, and everyone in the chat also likes you besides me. Now, right. Gwen says no, I don't see the join button. Did anyone else see it? That sucks. I'm sorry, Gwen. I'm still trying to work on that. Calculator Trina seems too much. Her reaction was for all three of them looking because she was out of there. Cheyenne says older sister and younger brother. There are 3 years difference between me and my sister. Okay. Oh, okay, so you're the middle child. Okay. You're the middle child. Okay, Cheyenne. Angel says I watched the show from the beginning and never saw Rich walk out of his family. We are gonna get it done, Gwen. We are. Yeah, no, hippie, no, I understand. I get it. I get it. Yeah, there's a free membership. So anytime anyone wants to join, hit that join button. Try it out for a month. Dolly was a rock star for doing that. So yeah. Mel says it hurts my feelings that I am sensitive. That's crying when I feel you don't mention me all the time. No, no, Mel, it's not that. It's just I have a lot of people in the chat. Um, but don't take it personally, Mel. You are one of my favorites. Um, I wouldn't have went through all that trouble to sit there and try to learn how to pronounce your name if I didn't actually care. So, or Melanie. Yeah, Dolly, she is awesome. Gwen says, oh, okay, where is Reg? Gwen, yeah, that dude's on vacation. Nikki said, I wouldn't mind if Reg never appears. Jesus. I'm not even too surprised. Now Hippie says, how do I do the free membership? Hippie, there's um Hippie, underneath the live stream, there should be a join button. Hippie, let me know if you actually see the join button. Let me know if you see the join button. Because if you see the join button, then I'm pretty sure you should be able to just click onto it. Gwen says, I haven't seen B&B. No, it's all good. Trust me, you're not really missing much. Well, Kyrie, I would sit there and say you're very honest. You're very honest with your feelings. So Gwen says, yeah, let me know if you see it too. Yeah, Krista says Thornton is on a very long, very overdue vacation. Yeah, that is very true, Krista. That dude is literally getting his vacation time in. So, and I'll just tell you too, Krista, it's not like the storyline isn't running well without him, too. ML says, I think need to just disappear from here, Albert. Just crying because you always mention Janet so beautiful or Nikisha Dolly or Polka Dots. No, don't think that, Mel. There's a lot of people um that I do tend to not even on purpose, you know. So don't think that way, Mel. No, don't think that way, Mel. Don't. Seriously. Now, Nikisha, I clicked on a link to follow a gift and membership. Oh, you clicked on the pin comment, Nikisha? Trust me, Mel. I try to get to a lot of people in here. I do. So sometimes I just don't always get to everyone, but it doesn't mean that I don't like you or you're my favorite or whatever. It's just we're growing. That's all, Mel. That's all it is. Like AJ's not here tonight. Sometimes AJ will sit there and talk to other people, and then there's just times where I gotta sit there and talk. And so don't take it personal. Trust me, Mel. Monique says my mother is the seventh child out of 15. Wow, that is wow. Oof. Nikki said no. Thank you, Nikisha. Yeah, I do mention you, Mel, whenever you're not here. Harry says it's okay. Albert is growing mega star. Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't sit there and say that, Kyrie. It's just I've realized that the more people I get in the chat, the harder it is to sit there and keep up with every single person. You know, so it's just like don't take it personal. Mel says I enjoy reading your comments, Mel. Oh God. Shannon says the internet space is all online. If we spoke to each other in person, it would be different. That's very true, Cheyenne. I don't think that is a very true statement. That is a very true statement. 'Cause I don't think people would be as ballsy to say the stuff that they say online if they had to say it to their face. Okay, I know that. I know that much because I've listen. I've said some stuff. Um, no, it's not even. See, Cheyenne. Shakira, yeah, where's AJ at? And Becky did. Deja Flo says when Taylor came back from her. Mel says it hurts my feelings that I cried because you ignore my comments on the subs. Don't take it that way, Mel. Trust me. It's not a personal thing. There's a lot of times I don't read a lot of people's comments. Hell, no, there's times where sometimes I don't even read, not even on purpose. But just a lot of people, even people that are members, um, I don't always get a chance to sit there and read their comments. So don't take it personal. It's just we're getting a lot more people in there, and I don't want you to leave. So, Shane says just a feedback. Albert, should you use a microphone? I mean, I think that this is good right now. I do have a microphone over there that I still have to. No, no, I don't know what gave you that idea. Exactly. Don't and granted, I don't even Dolly, I don't even try to do it on purpose. Um, yeah, yeah. I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did take that down. Now, Monique says my grandfather had 19 other kids with another woman. He was the inspiration for pop. Yeah, 19. Jesus Christ, that is a lot. Whew. Now, Kelly said, exactly, cat lady. I mean, exactly, cat lady. I'm not doing it on purpose. So, well, I know. Trust me, Dolly. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Like, Starbucks is like kind of like my lifeblood at that point in the morning. Yeah, that's very true, Cheyenne. ML says it's the truth that I feel that you ignore me here in the comments, but you call out your favorites here. But really not me, Albert. Well, Mel, here's the thing. I'm sorry that you do feel that way. That is not um hmm, that's not the type of energy that I'm sitting there trying to project. And Mel, actually I do read your comments. I may not read all your comments, just like I may not read a lot of other people's or their comments. But I do read comments though, So that's when you start to talk about certain movies and stuff like that. Like when you talk about stuff that happened in the episode that I already saw, um, then I'm just kind of like, yeah, I already read it, because I already watched it. But when you talk about other stuff, yeah, I do sit there and read it. Diane, Diane is from Diane says hello from Ohio. What's good, Diane? It's true, cat lady. Starbucks is it is, Krista. It is. I do try my best, but you know, um, when you start getting like 30 something people in the comment section, it does. I'm doing great, Diane. How are you doing tonight? Mel says, when you have Albert and DC on here, you don't call out my name, but Nikisha. Yeah, that's true sometimes, Mel, but there's times where I call out Nikisha's name and I don't call out other people's names as well. So it's not a personal thing now. When I had 14 people, when I had 12 people, it was easier to um sit there. Thank you, Cat. Yeah, I'm trying to learn. Before Cat Lady actually changed her name, I just learned how to pronounce her name. Carrie says, "How do you give a membership? Which tab is it?" Dolly, how do you actually give the membership? That was really cool that you did that, though. No, Mel, if I didn't care, then I wouldn't sit there and keep talking to you about it. I do care. That's exactly why I'm talking to you. Now, Dolly says, imagine being like Grace Randolph and having to. Oh, see, Dolly, this is why I rock with you because like when you said Grace Randolph, I know exactly who you're talking about. But Dolly, how did you actually gift it though? How did you actually do a gifted membership? AJ, it's funny, we were just talking about you in the chat. Now, Victoria says Aubrey reads a lot more comments than a lot of other hosts who do this type of live stream. He reads about 50% of the comments. Yeah, no, I do try. I do. Thank you, Victoria, for noticing that. I really do appreciate that. What's good, AJ? Gwen says, "Where is the when you need him?" I don't know what that icon is. Dolly says, "I tapped on the little dollar sign in the corner. It's oh, okay." So Dolly says, "I tapped on a little dollar sign in the corner. It's the same place as the super chat." So that's how you gift members. Okay. Thank you. Well, thank you, Dolly. As you know, when I get a little bit extra or whatever, I'll definitely sit there and pay it forward. So thank you, Dolly. That's interesting. I didn't know that. That is very interesting. Thank you, Dolly. Georgina says can't win with them. Well, I mean, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna. It's not. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna still try them. Hippie says I read everyone's comments because they are funny, so please keep it up. I try. I do. Cat says yeah, it's a button. Everyone should see who already members. I think. Oh, okay. Very interesting. AJ said, I've been good. I've been busy with school. Okay. Well, AJ, it's always good to sit there and see you in the chat. Mel says, I'm sweet, loving, caring, beautiful heart that protects my heart. No, Mel, there's nothing wrong with that. Kyrie's give the one. Thank you, Kyrie's. Kyrie's and Dolly are definitely helping out the cause. I appreciate you two so, so, so much. Georgina says someone needs some wine. Cheyenne was gifted a membership for. Oh wow, okay, cool, Cheyenne, cool. Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you. Kyrie and Dolly are definitely rock stars tonight, and everyone being here is rock stars, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. So thank you. Hippie said I don't want anybody to get bummed out. Yeah, me either. No, if I was ignoring you, I wouldn't sit there and keep acknowledging your comments. Um, I'm not ignoring you. Trust me. We got 30 something people in the chat. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of other people that I did accidentally ignore, and not even ignore. It's not even ignoring. It's just like you know, it's very difficult to sit there and get to every single person. Um, Kelly says Al pretty much done with his wine. Well, I mean, I only want to really have like one glass or one cup full, since I do have to wake up early in the morning. Um, I don't want to get like a hangover or it's just really hard to wake up and stuff. Curry says, so gift the membership lasts 1 month. Thank you, Kyrese. Thank you. I really do appreciate both of y'all, Kyrese. Oh, and thank you, CW for the super chat. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. AJ says, I'm so late. No, it's all good. Listen, AJ, whenever you're here, I appreciate you. I really do. If he says I can find get the membership, okay, I will join after I take care of business. Hippie, whenever you get a chance, it's there's no rush. I always appreciate whenever you're in the chat. So thank you. Kerry says that was an actual question asking. Now Kerry says so gifted membership lasts 1 month. Yeah, no, I think that's true. Kerry, it does go for 1 month because it's a reoccurring thing. Sorry, Kerry. I think the wine is actually starting to hit me now. Yeah, it's only for 1 month, and then if they want to renew, then they gotta sit there and get they gotta pay the $4.99. I think it's well worth it though. We have a really good group, and Kyrie's and pretty much every one of my members could attest to that. Thank you, Monique. Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, Monique. No. I mean, Mel Nikisha does say some very funny things. But I do deeply, Mel, I do deeply care about every person in this chat. I do. And, as AJ, what I'm talking. Well, you can ask AJ. I will sit there and say that me and AJ, we've been talking for a hot minute. But bottom line, no, I do care about every single one of our subscribers. Every single person here, even the people that don't join my lives, I care about them. I never thought I would actually get to this point where I'm doing this, and I've had a lot of help. I've had a lot of help and a lot of inspiration for just doing this. No, that's not true, Mel. I wouldn't sit there and say you're one of my favorites if I didn't think you were. Thank you, Kyrie's. Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you. Yeah, so listen, if you're thinking about joining, there's a couple of free memberships. Um, this one is actually definitely hit me. There's a couple of free memberships, so definitely hit the join button if you're thinking about joining. Now would definitely be the time. And Kyrie's and Dolly obviously believe in the membership. Otherwise, they wouldn't have um, gifted memberships, which I am still in awe about that. So, and Cheyenne just joined one of them. Please make me a moderator, Albert. I gotta see how to do that, Cheyenne, and then I will. And Mel says, I'm going to admit that I am jealous, Albert. I thought I was up there as one of your favorite, but I guess I was wrong. No, there's no reason to be jealous. Trust me. There's really no reason to be jealous. I care about all my subscribers. Jonathan, funny we were just actually talking about you. Also, Jonathan, let me know if you can see the join button Let me know if you can see the join button in the live stream, because Kyrie's and Dolly just did a couple of gifted memberships. So if you're thinking about joining, and this goes for everyone, if you're thinking about joining, hit the join button. We got a couple of free memberships. CW says I've been a member for a week and I love it. Thank you, CW. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. And Victoria just joined. Daisy Flaw says, can Sabrina explain to me what I missing? I think they are okay, but I'm not super hyped about it. Double C was good. Yama says, why did you say Albert? I am one of your favorites, but it doesn't feel that way. But Nikisha and everyone else says, well, no, I don't really. I mean, I don't know what really else to tell you. Um, if I say that you're one of my, if I say you're one of my favorites, I say that for a reason. So just think of it that way. Like I said, we have a lot of people, and there's a lot of people that I don't always get to. So I can see if other people felt the same way, Mel, but I don't think anyone here really feels that way. So don't take it personal. Blackmon says Albert cares about everyone. He is that guy that will ask how. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm only here because of everyone else. I'm only as good as. I think I have this confidence because everyone here enjoys the stream and enjoys the chat. Um, oh, okay, John. Okay, because you have an iPhone. Okay, I got you. Well, Jonathan, if you get a chance, because I don't know if you have a laptop or anything like that, but if you do, hit the join button, because Kyrie's and Dolly, you know, they gifted some membership. So Monique says I used to drink Boone's Farm. Anybody? Oh no, I do not remember that. Now Cat Lee says, "Thank you, Cat Lady. Thank you." Yeah, I mean, seriously, Mel, don't take it personal. There's a lot of people. Um, I don't know about this whole wine thing. At first, it was good, but now I'm just like, my point is, Mel, just don't take it personal. Really, really, don't take it personal. Because if I didn't care, I wouldn't sit there. And Mel says you leave me out, but Nikisha all the time with everyone else. That's not that's not true. That's really not true. Because if I have like 50 something people in the chat and I make comment on like four, that just means that there's so many other people that I missed. That haven't read their comments. Have a good night, Cat Lady. Thank you for joining. Cat Lady, listen, for thank you for your kind words. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, no, trust me, if I didn't care, I wouldn't sit there and acknowledge you. CW says because you are good at what you do, Albert, and we appreciate that. Thank you, CW. I appreciate having you here. Johnson said, "Yeah, I do. I do think it's Heather. I, I really do think that it's probably a disappointment for a lot of people, so they're just not accepting it. But yeah, yeah, I don't know, Monique. I don't really get it." Now Gwen says, "Okay, I found where I can send super chats. It's to buy my comment button, but let me get some money to send you right now." Well, Gwen, whenever you get a chance, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can, I appreciate it. If you can't, I just appreciate you being here. So I just want to thank you for being here. Mel says, I'm not going to change how I feel, but it's the truth, and that's how that I'm not your favorite. Well, I mean, Mel, I am sorry that you do feel that way. I really am. I do think you are well. You are one of my favorites, and I wouldn't say it if I didn't think that you weren't. And I also wouldn't sit there and go through the trouble of trying to pronounce your name if I didn't think that you were important. Now, Nikisha says I'm. That's not true, Mel. Now Anna says obviously you love what you're doing and having fun. Good night and be safe. You too. You too, Anna. Thank you for joining. Now, Dolly says, do you have any more videos planned for individual characters like Brando and yeah, I do. I got a well, Mariah and Tess video that I'm gonna be putting out next Sunday. I'm always gonna sit there and try to put out my membership videos on Sundays. I have a lot of fun ideas. I do. And not just that, Dolly. I mean, I got that stuff going on. I'm gonna sit there and try to start getting a little bit more personal about myself. Not too much, but just a little more. I don't know. I have a lot of good plans that's gonna be coming out. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. And Johnson says you should do a poll on whether Heather is the killer or not. I'm gonna do that right now. And since I do have to wake up early in the morning, I'm gonna try to do this one, the last one. Thank you again, Jonathan. Thank you. Have a good night, Valerie. Thank you for joining. AJ said, I think she's a copycat. Mel says, I don't think you care. All the new superhero movies coming out. What a movie coming out, but superhero movies. Um, yes and no. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Final Destination and Paranormal Activity, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I do generally do care about more superhero movies, but I do care about horror movies too. Well, because I grew up in the '80s, so I love horror movies. You're funny, Nikisha. AJ says the Hook Kill storyline went downhill. I think here's the thing. I think it started off strong. I think at the point she's the killer, unfortunately. Yeah, Jessica, that's what I was saying. It's like, yo, listen, she's the killer. I know a lot of people don't like it, but you know, it's just one of those things you just kind of got to accept. But AJ, they were talking about how it was like it was yeah, Dolly, I heard about that. I know they was doing the show, but they were talking about what they were talking about. They were talking about how during that time it was like really getting like heavy rain. Like if you ever drove in like super heavy rain, you know what I'm talking about. Like you can barely see in front of you. And it doesn't matter how well trained you are. If somebody is able to surprise you, you're screwed. You could be the best fighter in the world, but if you drop your guard or if you get surprised, you're screwed. And Jessica, here's the thing I would sit there and say about this, because you watched the Vampire Diaries, right? And with that being said, there's no way in the world that Stephen and Damon should have beat Elijah in that first fight. The only reason why that happened was because Elijah was overconfident. And this goes for anybody that actually watched the Vampire Diaries. I don't know. I mean, I can see where I stand, Albert. Exactly, plot armor. Oh, Jessica, very true. This is why I rock with you, Jessica. This is why I rock with you. Well, no, Jessica, she thinks that I'm ignoring her, which when you have like about 30 something people in the chat, you have like 50 something people in the chat. There's going to be times where I may not be able to get to every comment, you know. But she just thinks I'm ignoring her for other people, that I'm giving some sort of favoritism, and that's not the case. I do try to read every single comment, but there's just times where I can't get to every single one. That's just and unfortunately, that's just the down. Well, not even so much the downside, but that's just what happens when you start to grow more as a channel. You start to get more people in. You know. Ooh, excuse me. AJ said, "Yeah, exactly. I understand she has the motive, but it makes no sense. I thought the killer was targeting people connected to Trina, but now it's about Esme. I think it was always about Esme, though. It was always about Esme and trying to get justice for Esme. Now Jessica says, I would prefer someone unexpected like Hat Daddy. Yeah, well, that's true. Cat Lady says, but at this point in this chat, AJ says, okay. Dolly says, I remember. Dolly, it's funny too. The actor that plays Rory was on James Live Jr.'s channel. James Live Jr. James Live Jr. did an interview with Rory. So if you're interested, sit there and find out more, because he seemed like he kind of spilled a little bit of the tea. So definitely check that out. Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. What it is, Kyrie? It's just I do try to appreciate I do appreciate every single person that's here. You know. Dakisha, you always make my night. But I do try to appreciate every single person that's here. I do. I may not always sit there and get to every single comment, but I do try to at the very end of the night. It's just one of those things where it's like, um, I may not always be able to get to every single person. Well, I do, Mel. That's exactly the reason why I'm talking to you. Because here's the thing, Mel. If I didn't care, I wouldn't sit there and be talking to you. You know. You know what it is, Mel? I think it's probably a little bit difficult to understand it from my point of view. Um, uh, Valerie says based. No, Victoria says based on his with James, I get the impression listening to the fans got in the way of his acting. Oh wow. Yeah, Victoria, I gotta finish watching that. I gotta finish watching the interview. But yeah, no, if anyone's if anyone's interested and kind of getting a little bit of dirt, a little bit behind the scenes stuff as far as the actor that played Rory, definitely check out James Live Jr. Yeah, Jonathan, he's gonna survive. He's gonna survive because we still don't know who the boss is. We still don't know who the boss is. So it's not. I don't think they're gonna make Mason like front and center. So have a good night, Monique. I don't think they're gonna make Mason's front and center. So yeah. So yeah, no. Austin's gonna survive. I'm sorry, Nikisha. I can't help it. My point is, no, no. I'm not rejecting you. Well, I mean, I'm trying to understand it where she's coming from. Um, when we maybe because I had too much wine and I'm not explaining myself too well, and I feel like I'm digging a bigger hole than is necessary. But what I will sit there and say is, one, I do care about every single one of my subscribers. I do. Have a good night, cat lady. Now, there's times where I will sit there and point out some people over other people. It's not a favoritism thing. Um, I'm just trying to get different people as best as I can. So this one is really hitting me. I guess that's what happens when you sit there and drink wine for an hour. Oh, Dee Dee, what's good, Dee Dee? Thank you for the review because the show never. Nice, nice, Dee Dee, nice. Yeah, no, I mean, I love doing my reviews. I love doing my reviews. So thank you for watching. Yeah, see, I think at this point everyone knows what I'm saying. Harry says Aber ER. Kyrie, you. I'm always gonna sit there and say never, never change, Kyrie. Never change. When it says this has got to be the first. Where is the hope? Where I need him. Nikki says I don't think a single person in chat thinks you are. Thank you, Nikisha. Thank you. Well, yeah, it's true, Jessica. It's true. I don't know. I wanted to sit there and try to give an explanation about how I don't give favoritisms, how I don't give like favors or whatever, and that the channel's growing. There's going to be a lot of people. I'm going to be missing certain comments, and don't take it personal now. I do read your comments and I do see them, and then there's times where there's other comments that I see that I don't get to, but I don't know, man. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I do. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you. Yeah, Dolly. Yeah. I think I'm gonna sit there well, also I got to end the stream anyway because it's like 10 o'clock and I got to wake up at 4 in the morning. But before I do go, I think that there is some gifted membership. So if you are thinking about joining the joining the membership, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun, and Dolly and Kyrie's are perfect examples of you know really enjoying the membership program. If you are thinking about it, definitely do join. uh, Thank you, Dolly. Thank you for that laugh, and thank you everyone for the laugh. All right. I'm sorry, Nikisha, but I can't. That's just too. That's just too funny. I think I'm just going to end the stream before I get in any more trouble. So I'm still thinking about that comment, Nikisha. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Stay Stay safe. Have a great weekend. I will see everyone in the live stream for the membership. And for everyone else, I will see everyone next week. Have a great, safe weekend. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the super chat. CW, thank you for the gift of memberships. Um, Paris and Dolly. And just thank you for believing in me. That means a lot to me. That really does. That gives me the motivation when I'm super tired and just everything in between. So thank you. All right, everyone. Stay safe. Thanks, Nate. And thank you, everyone. Oh, and hit the like button because that does help on the way out.